When buying emergency lighting batteries online, there are both advantages and disadvantages to consider. Firstly, let's discuss the pros. One key advantage is lower costs. Online retailers often have reduced overhead and can offer bulk purchasing discounts, leading to lower prices. Secondly, online stores typically provide a wider selection. You'll likely find a greater range of products and sizes compared to local suppliers. Thirdly, online shopping offers convenience. It saves time and effort compared to visiting physical stores. Now, let's examine the cons. Shipping costs can significantly increase the overall price, particularly for heavy or bulky batteries. Product quality is a concern. It's crucial to verify the authenticity and reliability of batteries purchased online, as you cannot physically examine them before buying, which could raise concerns about their condition. Warranty and support may also be limited. Online retailers might offer less comprehensive warranty and support services compared to traditional brick-and-mortar stores. To check company and product reliability, several steps are recommended. Firstly, read online reviews from previous customers. This can provide valuable insights into the company's reliability and product quality. Secondly, look for certifications. Verify that the batteries meet relevant industry standards and certifications such as Underwriters Laboratories, abbreviated UL, or International Electrotechnical Commission, abbreviated IEC. Thirdly, check the company website. Examine the website for detailed information about their business practices, return policies, and contact information. Fourthly, contact customer service. Reach out to customer service to ask about product authenticity, warranty terms, and shipping policies. Fifthly, consider using a trusted third-party platform. Purchase batteries through reputable online platforms like Amazon or eBay, which offer buyer protection and verification systems. Here are some additional tips to keep in mind. Compare prices from multiple retailers to find the best deals. Factor in shipping times. Consider shipping times and costs, especially if you need the batteries urgently. It's also wise to purchase extra batteries as a backup in case of emergencies. Finally, ensure you have a proper storage area for the batteries to maintain their lifespan and effectiveness. When considering the specifications of emergency lighting batteries, it's essential to understand the different types available and their specific applications. Nickel-cadmium, abbreviated NiCd, batteries were once commonly used due to their long lifespan and ability to deliver high current. However, they contain cadmium, which is an environmentally hazardous material, and they suffer from the memory effect, where repeated partial discharges can reduce their capacity. Nickel metal hydride, abbreviated NiMH, batteries offer a higher energy density compared to nickel-cadmium batteries and are more environmentally friendly. They also exhibit a reduced memory effect. However, they have a high self-discharge rate, meaning they lose their charge more quickly when not in use. Lithium-ion, abbreviated Li-ion, batteries are becoming increasingly popular due to their high energy density, low self-discharge rate, and lack of memory effect. They are lightweight and can provide a long runtime. However, they are more expensive than nickel-cadmium and nickel-metal hydride batteries and require sophisticated charging circuitry to prevent overcharging and overheating. Sealed lead-acid, abbreviated SLA, batteries are another option, known for their low cost and high surge current capability. They are commonly used in emergency lighting systems that require a reliable power source for a specified duration. However, they are heavier and bulkier than other battery types and have a shorter lifespan. When selecting emergency lighting batteries, it is crucial to consider the voltage, amperage, and capacity requirements of the lighting system. The voltage of the battery must match the voltage of the emergency lights, typically 6 volts, 12 volts, or 24 volts. The amperage rating indicates the amount of current the battery can deliver, and it should be sufficient to power the lights for the required duration. The capacity of the battery, measured in amp-hours, abbreviated A, determines how long the lights will operate on a single charge. To calculate the required battery capacity, multiply the current draw of the lights in amps by the desired runtime in hours. For example, If the emergency lights draw 2 amps and you want them to operate for 90 minutes, which is 1.5 hours, then you need a battery with a capacity of at least 3 amp hours. It is also important to consider the charging characteristics of the battery. Emergency lighting systems typically include a charging circuit that automatically recharges the battery after a power outage. The charging circuit must be compatible with the battery type and provide the correct charging voltage and current to ensure proper charging and prevent damage to the battery. When purchasing emergency lighting batteries, it is essential to look for certifications from recognized testing laboratories, such as Underwriters Laboratories, abbreviated UL, or Intertek, abbreviated ETL. These certifications indicate that the batteries have been tested and meet safety and performance standards. It is also important to check the battery's date code to ensure it is fresh and has not been sitting on the shelf for too long. Batteries have a limited shelf life, and their performance can degrade over time. Proper storage is essential for maintaining the lifespan and performance of emergency lighting batteries. Batteries should be stored in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight and extreme temperatures. They should also be stored in a fully charged state. If the batteries are not going to be used for an extended period, they should be periodically charged to prevent self-discharge. When installing emergency lighting batteries, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. The batteries should be installed in a secure and well-ventilated location. The terminals should be properly connected, and the polarity should be observed. Incorrect installation can damage the batteries or the lighting system. Regular maintenance is essential for ensuring the reliability of emergency lighting batteries. The battery should be inspected periodically for signs of damage or corrosion. The terminals should be cleaned, and the connection should be tightened. The battery should also be tested periodically to ensure they are functioning properly. This can be done using a battery test or by simulating a power outage and observing how long the lights operate on battery power. When replacing emergency lighting batteries, it is important to use the correct type and size of battery. Refer to the manufacturer's instructions for the lighting system to determine the appropriate battery specifications. Using the wrong type of battery can damage the lighting system or create a safety hazard. When disposing of emergency lighting batteries, it is important to follow local regulations. Some batteries, such as nickel-cadmium batteries, contain hazardous materials and must be recycled or disposed of properly. Other batteries, such as sealed lead-acid batteries, can be recycled at most battery recycling centers. In addition to the above considerations, it is also important to consider the cost of emergency lighting batteries. The cost of batteries can vary depending on the type, size, and brand. It is important to compare prices from different suppliers to find the best deal. However, it is also important to consider the quality and reliability of the batteries. It is not always wise to choose the cheapest option, as low-quality batteries may not perform as well or last as long. When purchasing emergency lighting batteries online, it is also important to consider the shipping costs and delivery time. Shipping costs can vary depending on the supplier and the size and weight of the batteries. Delivery time can also vary depending on the supplier and the shipping method. It is important to factor these costs and times into your decision when choosing a supplier. Finally, it is important to be aware of the warranty offered by the supplier. A warranty can protect you against defects in materials or workmanship. It is important to read the terms of the warranty carefully before making a purchase. In summary, purchasing emergency lighting batteries online can offer advantages such as lower costs and a wider selection. However, it is important to be aware of the potential cons, such as shipping costs and product quality concerns. By following the tips outlined above, you can ensure that you purchase reliable and safe emergency lighting batteries for your needs. It is also important to consider the specific requirements of your emergency lighting system and choose batteries that meet those requirements. Always prioritize safety and ensure that the batteries are installed and maintained properly. Consider the environmental impact of the batteries and dispose of them properly when they reach the end of their lifespan. By taking these factors into account, You can make informed decisions about purchasing emergency lighting batteries online and ensure that your emergency lighting system is reliable and effective. Emergency lighting systems are designed to provide illumination during power outages or other emergencies, ensuring the safety of building occupants and facilitating evacuation if necessary. The batteries are a critical component of these systems, providing the power needed to operate the lights when the main power source is unavailable. Therefore, selecting and maintaining the correct batteries is essential for the proper functioning of the emergency lighting system. Regular testing and maintenance of emergency lighting systems are also crucial. These systems should be tested periodically to ensure that the batteries are functioning properly and that the lights are operating as intended. Regular maintenance, such as cleaning the lights and replacing any damaged components, can also help to extend the lifespan of the system and ensure its reliability. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your emergency lighting system is always ready to provide illumination when it is needed most. Remember to consult with a qualified electrician or fire safety professional for guidance on selecting, installing, and maintaining emergency lighting systems. They can provide valuable expertise and ensure that your system meets all applicable codes and regulations. Emergency lighting systems are an important safety feature in any building, and it is essential to take the necessary steps to ensure that they are reliable and effective. By choosing the right batteries, following proper installation and maintenance procedures, and conducting regular testing, you can help to protect the safety of building occupants and minimize the risk of injury or loss of life during emergencies. When evaluating emergency lighting batteries, consider their operating temperature range. Some batteries perform better in extreme temperatures than others. Choose batteries that are suitable for the environment in which they will be used. Also, consider the battery's cycle life, which is the number of charge and discharge cycles it can withstand before its performance degrades significantly. Choose batteries with a long cycle life for applications where frequent charging and discharging are expected. Consider the battery's internal resistance, which affects its ability to deliver high current. Choose batteries with low internal resistance for applications that require high surge currents. Some emergency lighting systems use centralized battery systems, while others use individual battery packs for each light fixture. Centralized systems can be more efficient and easier to maintain, but they are also more vulnerable to failure if the central battery system malfunctions. Individual battery packs provide redundancy, but they can be more expensive and require more maintenance. Consider the advantages and disadvantages of each approach when choosing an emergency lighting system. Also, consider the energy efficiency of the emergency lighting system. Choose systems that use energy-efficient light sources, such as light-emitting diodes, abbreviated LED, to minimize the power consumption and extend the battery runtime. Energy-efficient systems can also save money on electricity bills over the long term. Finally, consider the aesthetics of the emergency lighting system. Choose systems that are aesthetically pleasing and blend in with the building's decor. Emergency lighting systems should be functional and reliable, but they should also be visually appealing. By considering all of these factors, you can choose emergency lighting batteries and systems that meet your specific needs and provide reliable illumination during emergencies. Remember to consult with a qualified electrician or fire safety professional for guidance on selecting, installing, and maintaining emergency lighting systems. They can provide valuable expertise and ensure that your system meets all applicable codes and regulations.